When purchasing property in Italy, one of the most important figures involved is the notary, or notaio. In Italian real estate transactions, the notary plays a central role, but it is important to understand both what the notary does and, equally, what they do not do. The notary is a public official appointed by the state. Their primary responsibility is to ensure that the transaction complies with Italian law. The role is intended to be impartial, acting as a neutral guarantor of the legality of the process, protecting the integrity of public records, and ensuring that statutory requirements are met. However, it is important to note that typically one party selects the notary, which could introduce potential biases. As part of this responsibility, the notary verifies the seller's legal ownership, checks the public land registry for liens, mortgages, or other encumbrances, and ensures property taxes and fees are up to date. Only once these checks are complete does the notary proceed to draft the deed of sale, the rogito notarile, which formalizes the transfer of ownership. However, while the notary performs a vital function, their role is generally limited to ensuring legal compliance from a statutory perspective. The notary does not negotiate contract terms or provide advice tailored to the buyer's specific circumstances. An attorney is better positioned to advise their client on potential future risks, suggest alternative contract provisions, and assist in negotiations with the seller or developer. This is where the role of an experienced real estate attorney becomes essential. Purchasing property, especially in a foreign legal system, involves far more than verifying that the property is registered correctly. A qualified attorney can review preliminary agreements, conduct a deeper level of due diligence, explain legal documents in plain language, and ensure that the buyer's rights and interests are fully protected throughout the process. An attorney can also receive a specific mandate from the client to negotiate contractual terms, identify clauses that may be unfavorable, and advise on issues such as residency requirements, tax implications, and financing arrangements. These are areas that can have significant long-term consequences for the buyer. In short, while the notary ensures that the transaction meets legal standards and is properly registered, the attorney serves as the buyer's personal legal advocate, providing guidance, safeguarding interests, and addressing the many complexities that can arise when purchasing property in Italy. By working together, both the notary and the attorney help ensure that the property purchase proceeds smoothly, securely, and in full compliance with the law, while also giving the buyer peace of mind that their individual interests have been thoroughly protected.